DePaul stand-up comedy class. So real quick, I want to thank you guys for one. Couple of quick rules. We have some great students here that's been working all semester perfecting their act. For you, there is no need, I know a lot of you here to support, there's no need for you to record. The show is being recorded. They will get a copy of their set. Whether or not they share it with you is on them. I don't know. That's totally on them. We also have a 2-item minimum. Some of you, Zanies has been so cool for allowing us to do this. I've been teaching this class since 2012, and I have most of the shows here. And it's a 21 and up club, but because obviously it's DePaul, they've put the age down to 18. So some of you cannot drink, but we do have lovely water and nachos for you guys. So anyway, so yeah, I'm the host of the show, and I'm also the professor of this class, and they've been working really hard, and some of the things will make you guys uncomfortable, but I love that. So we ready? We guys ready to do this? How we doing? We good? You guys are tense? Tense? I get it. I have kids. I have two kids in college, so you're always wondering, like, how are you spending my money? Right? And then you see them signing up, taking stand-up. You're like, this is some bullshit. But I think it's worth it. I think it's going to be, this is the best class they'll ever take in college. And I'm not just saying that because I'm teaching it, but it's great. My son is a junior at University of Illinois. He's a chemical engineer major. I told him if he tried to do stand-up, I would heckle him. I also have another kid that's studying to be in the FBI, and then I have a 5-year-old that struggles with coloring. So I need this. I need this a lot. Anyway, they'll be doing their sets, and the only thing we add, look, this is like their final exam. So we are super supportive of them, of their doing their final exam. Yeah! The final exam, so no heckling, just keep your table talk down, and then afterwards, we'll all come up and take group photos. Other than that, let's get this show started. Please put your hands together for your first comic, Matthew Leonard.
How's everyone doing tonight? Good? You told me if I get nervous up here to picture the audience naked. That's what I'm doing. But me and my friend were getting fucked up last night. We're watching this YouTube video. They had these pigs racing around a farm wearing GoPros. I was pretty impressed, you know. Usually on YouTube, the pigs can't seem to keep their body cams on. But been seeing also in Chicago, they got these new police cars, these new CPD cars. They got the pride flag on them, which kind of makes sense because usually when they pull behind me in traffic, I tend to put something in my ass. But I've been pissed off. I keep seeing this. Pissed off. I keep seeing this advertisement. They got Michael Cera as the spokesman for CeraVe. So now every time I whack off, I have to try not to think about Michael Cera. Just broke that habit like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm in Chicago. I like it, but I might have to move, you know. Every time I come outside of my house with a collared shirt on, everyone thinks I'm going to court. So it's not the greatest. I got another neighbor. It's this old alcoholic lady, and I saw yesterday she was donating 3 car seats for kids, so either those kids are really growing up or this bitch got in another accident. Yeah. Car crashes are fucked up, though. The only thing I can really compare them to is not being able to get hard when you're having sex, you know? Both usually caused by alcohol. You can get out of them if you blame it on a woman. But yeah. Like everybody here, I go to DePaul, you know? DePaul's a weird school, you know? You'll get talked to about your privilege by a guy who has a second trust fund for ketamine. And they got all this new security now all over the school. They got security, like, they think we're gonna sneak into a school with no football team and enough Catholic guilt to scare people out of giving head. I don't think so. Notice how I said people. Fuck. I did have this one class at DePaul I liked, though. It was called the Catholic Experience, right? It told me to go home for our first assignment and talk to God. So I went home, talked to God. I asked him a question. I said, God, what do you want me to do with my life? He said, "My son, I want you to travel the world and throw rocks at Planned Parenthood." I tried. I like you guys. Oh, fuck. I tried one of those Apple VR headsets. You guys heard of those? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did try to masturbate wearing it, but I didn't like it. It was bulky. It was hard to change the volume. And everyone at the Apple store would stop staring at me. That was weird. But I've been sober lately. Man, anybody? I've been sober, you know? I was waiting for applause, but it's all right. Yeah, I'm sober because my drug dealer's been mad at me. Yeah. He's a little person, and I kept calling him a small business. He didn't like that. Yeah. I'm fucked up lately, though. I had to cut off my therapist recently. To cut him off because I took a bunch of edibles, and I realized the word therapist just spells the rapist. But after that, I went to a psychiatrist, you know. Walked in the office, I told him I've been depressed lately, you know. Is there anything you could do about it? So they said, sit down, we're gonna give you an ink blot test, you know. So I sit down, they start showing me the drawings and everything. And I said, doctor, I don't think this ink blot test is gonna work, but before we start, I need you to stop showing me drawings of me getting molested. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much. Woo!
Matthew Litter, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for your next comic, Joshua Phillips.
Hey, get it for Kevin. Got his initials on his hat. That's awesome. I've got some impressions I've been working really hard on. I want to show you. So, this is my impression of a vegan. We all know one. Wait, they make hamburgers how? And this is my impression of Santa Claus having sex. Ho, 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 I'm gonna come. And now this is my impression of Homer Simpson watching the Challenger explosion. Dope! Okay, now onto the jokes. So, I feel like the Acme Coyote would have been able to catch the Roadrunner so much quicker if he was lacing his shit with fentanyl. I feel like that would have been a guaranteed success. I feel like no one's figured out what to do about that yet. But my other favorite show besides Looney Tunes is Storm Chasers. I don't know if you guys know what Storm Chasers is, but it's this amazing show. It's one of these shows where they drive their cars into tornadoes. If you can't understand, you're like, oh, I wonder why someone would do that. You're probably regularly getting laid, so congrats. But what's crazy about this show is that nearly every episode begins with this disclaimer that's like, of course, like, don't do this at home. It's also like, the person you're about to watch died doing this. They changed the cast like every other episode. There's no other show like that except maybe Glee where they change the cast every season because someone died. But, I mean, like, there's no other show like that. Could you imagine if The Bachelor or like The Bachelorette did that, like every episode was like, no, don't try this at home. In loving memory of Jeremy, he died in the fantasy suite. I think that would be amazing. I would watch it every week. There's this thing about Storm Chasers that's a little bit offensive, though. I feel like there's this element to it where it's like, you just lost your house, like in a tornado. It's awful. Then here comes this fucking bedwetter with like an Arri Alexa on his shoulder. It's worth like 4 to 5 times what the house was ever worth. And he's like, no, what? What? Like, you're sitting there in front of like, your kitchen is like on the floor. He's like, no, what? That's like what you say when like someone makes like a half-court shot. That's not what you say when you lose your house. But, I mean, for fuck's sake, like, is the tornado belt really that boring that there's nothing better to do than to fucking, like, put a fucking camera on your car and drive in a tornado? What was wrong with fantasy football? It's free. And no one got hurt doing it. Chill. Chill, guys. Anyways. I worked at a grocery store last year, and I did do HR training for the grocery store. The modules they give you are always so fascinating. Because it's always like, we know what it's like. It's always some shit like, is it okay to show your boss ebony, gangbang, bukkake, right angle, cum shot? Which, no. Like, come on, we know this. Don't show your boss ebony, gangbang, bukkake, right angle, cum shot. But I got this question. I swear to God, I have my phone still. I think about it all the time. Swear to God, this was said. True or false? Making gay comments against a non-gay employee is discrimination. Now, what was that supposed to mean? I was like, what is this supposed to mean? First of all, I love this term non-gay. Like, could you imagine if we start saying non-gay all the time instead of straight? Like, here's just a couple of non-gay guys going to see the Bears game. Or it's like, hey, the non-gays are reappropriating poppers, which are the non-Coke. But, and then it refers to gay comments specifically, which I also struggle with. I'll struggle with it, but I'm like, what does that mean? Am I supposed to report my coworker if they start talking about Drag Race? Like, dude, you can't talk about Drag Race. I am non-gay. Or are we supposed to, or does it mean, like, is it pejorative? God forbid, like, hey, Kyle in marketing said something the other day that was kind of gay. I'm not going to report someone for that. And then it says against, like making a gay comment against someone. I very rarely find myself making any comments against anyone, regardless of sexuality or whatever. So I'm like, I guess if someone goes, I'm gay, I'm going to kill you, I guess that would be a gay comment against someone. I don't know if it's discrimination like the question asks, unless they specified it's because I'm non-gay. You know what? I think that's a good place to end it. All right. Love you guys. I'm Josh. Hey.
That was a good place to end it. Keep it going for your next comic, Jalea Kilpatrick.
I'm short as fuck. How everybody doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Y'all enjoying the drinks and stuff? Y'all enjoying the food? You fucking that piece up. I seen you in the back fucking that piece up. Shit, as soon as I get from off of here, I promise you, I'm finna fuck the piece up too. Skinny people always got me doing shit that they know I can't do. My friend, we late for the bus and shit. And she goes to run for the bus knowing goddamn well I don't run. So I say, whew, well, you just go on, bitch. Just go on. I'm going to sit right here at this bench. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to wait for you. Just make sure when you come back, you bring me a 3-piece from Popeyes. It's hard to do what a lot of skinny women do when you got some meat on your bones. See, a skinny woman get in bed with a woman, he break her ass down. But see, when a man get in bed with a 500-pound woman, she break his ass down. See, when you have some meat on your bones, you can keep a man happy, you can feed him, you can do everything. I could be a meat coat to a man in the wintertime. Big women, let me tell y'all something. These men love us. Don't let nobody tell you they don't love us. They do. Most men want to experience being with a big woman once in their life. See, a frail bitch, what she gonna do is she gonna make sure she put something on your stomach. But see, with a big bitch, she gonna make sure you full. You know, let me tell you something. Every man want to experience being with a big woman. I'm telling you, once you fuck with a big woman one time, you ain't never going back. So it's just crazy, how you take a bitch to the movies, right? So you bring a skinny bitch to the movies. Shit, she got to bring a purse to sneak some snacks in. But see, when you got a big woman, her bra is the purse. So I'm going to tell you, sneak a couple snacks in with a big woman. I'm going to show y'all. Shit. I even got some chips for you. Imagine fun in a bedroom with a big person. But just imagine your man got you in a bedroom doing a whole bunch of skinny shit, like swing on vans and shit like Tarzan. And your big ass fuck around and knock about 3 tables down trying to be spontaneous and shit. See, it's crazy because it's like you being spontaneous and shit, and you done knocked about 3 tables down. And then it's crazy how men gotta understand, us chubby women, we ain't gotta do too much. Y'all try to do too much with us. We be struggling and shit. Y'all already know we have a hard time. Us big women, we just want to be loved on. We ain't trying to die fucking. I'm just letting y'all know we ain't trying to die fucking. It's crazy how men, y'all try to put us in cardiac arrest and shit. Y'all already know our ass is unhealthy. Shit. Speaking of unhealthy shit, 2 big motherfuckers in a relationship, that shit is hard. 2 big motherfuckers trying to have sex, shit, it's gonna cause a fire. You need a fire extinguisher in the room all the time. Let me tell you, 2 big motherfuckers having sex, see, he breathing, I'm breathing, he sweating, I'm sweating, he all on my back, my rib cage has caved the fuck in. 2 big motherfuckers having sex, let me tell y'all, it's hard. You gotta find his shit, he gotta find your shit. At that point, I done about DoorDash some food. By the time I DoorDash some food, the dick then finally came out. Shit, we might as well just eat the food. We might as well just eat the food since that's the easiest thing for our ass to do. See, you know, people come up to me all the time, they say, you are so beautiful. Stop fucking lying. I know you looking at my titties. Stop fucking lying to me. It's crazy how most of my back problems come from my boobs. And it's crazy how my back problems, breaking my back more than anybody has ever broke my motherfucking back. It's crazy that I gotta say, I'm the reason why my back is broke. But people come up to me all the time, they say, you a nice sized woman, why I look like you don't have no stomach? I promise you, us big women, we have a stomach. All you gotta do is lift the titties up and you will find it. That's my show, y'all.
Jalea Kilpatrick, ladies and gentlemen. Hating on them frail bitches. Keep it going for your next comic, Ben Grande.
How are we doing tonight, guys? I got some weird news today. I found out I'm half Irish and half white. Yeah. No, I didn't think I was mixed either. I never used to think there was a difference, but I think I figured out why. Irish people, they know they're white, all right? Some people like to pretend, that they're not so that they can sing all the words of Kendrick Lamar songs. I knew an Irish guy with a tattoo. It was just one black dot in the middle of his back. He said it was a polar bear in a snowstorm. Yeah. I never thought I would do one of those 23andMe. That's how I found out. My mom got it for me for Christmas. I always thought I looked a little more like a more Jewish Jesse Eisenberg. But no, my grandma, I had to talk to her about this. She's really the only one who's still in touch with the family heritage. So after I sobered her up, I asked her, Grandma, where's Grandpa from? She's like, oh, he's from Italy. You're half Italian. I was like, okay, that makes sense, because my last name is Grande, and in Italian, grande means big, and it means medium at Starbucks. Oh yeah. I kind of wondered, why we didn't know more. So, I asked her, did something else happen? Like, why can't I find anything about our family? And she's like, oh yeah, we changed our name. And I was like, oh, what did we change it from? And she says, well, I know we didn't change it from Mussolini. That would have been awkward. Wouldn't have played well. Fun fact about Mussolini. He made the first film festival ever. So like Sundance, that's him basically. Yeah, I would be really interested to see what they would think about what's going on at Sundance nowadays. See, fascists love film because it was a lot easier than teaching people how to read. But I wonder if like what would happen if you saw Saltburn, you know? Like, oh, those guys are about to kiss. We better watch the entire thing to make sure that they don't. Oh yeah. No, but seriously, I'm trying to get more in touch with my roots. You know, I want to take a trip this summer to Ireland. You know, I'm gonna fly North Atlantic. Have y'all ever seen the commercials for Norwegian Airlines? They are well, they're pretty standard for commercials, but you got a nice couple, and there's the stewardess handing them like fried fish and wine. You want to know what flying Norwegian really is like? It's you trying to watch Dune in a screen that's about the size of your iPhone, while a couple has a relationship-ending argument 2 rows behind you because he slapped the stewardess's ass. Okay, so, but you know, if Spirit Airlines is the fucking worst airline in the world. I can't believe they charge more than $100. Did you know that they're starting to charge upwards of like $150 just for coach seats, and they're shrinking the size of seats? That'd be like if Little Caesars tried to charge $15 for one pizza. You know, you're forgetting your business model, guys. You know, if I'm paying $75 for a one-way trip to New York in first class, I'm not gonna complain when the Coke from my bag goes missing, you know? Take the win. Take the win. It's easy. Only $75, dude. Yeah, no, but you know, I'm from Wrigleyville, so I know a lot of cokeheads. I swear, Wrigleyville's like white Chinatown. It's just like the most hub of like whiteness you've ever seen. Like there's a lot of people thrifting, you know, a lot of escape rooms. A lot of people registering their firearms legally. Yeah, it's impossible, dude. It's impossible. There's a new preschool that just opened up in my neighborhood. They called it Triggers, and you know, I'm surprised they're teaching them how to shoot so young. I really thought they would wait till middle school at least. Yeah, but nope. I have a Mormon roommate. Any Mormons here? Oh, good. Okay, get ready. Yeah, so he has an exception to the no drug rule and the no pornography rule. If he's wearing blue light glasses, this is a real thing. If he's wearing blue light glasses, he said it blocks the sin. So of course I took the glasses and I popped the eyeglasses out. And you know, that night he's like, I feel like the devil's taking a hold of me. And I was like, yeah, look at your glasses, man. That's all I got for tonight, guys. Thank you.
Benjamin Grande. Your next comic, Tegan Blake.
Okay. Have you guys ever had a dream before? Yeah, that's cool. I have a love-hate relationship with dreams because I think it's amazing that our brains like make up these scenarios while we're asleep, but I'm also really fucking scared about what my brain makes up when I'm asleep. And it's like you can't do anything about your dream because if you tell somebody, they're either gonna have one of 2 reactions. They either don't care at all, or they're gonna psychoanalyze every single part of it and they're gonna tell you that you have repressed childhood trauma. Like, oh, you fell in your dream? You're running away from your past. Or like, your tooth fell out in your dream? Your dad's gambling is catching up to you guys. Or maybe you don't like the dentist, it's one of the 2. But I recently had a dream like just a few nights ago. It was about my dead grandma performing stand-up here. But she was dressed as JFK. I can't unsee that. That's the last memory of her, and that is fucked up. My family's pretty funny though. I have a 17-year-old brother, and he likes to text me like the craziest things. One of my favorites is that he texted me. He said, "Do you want a completely free dental kit? Usually $100, no catch." I think there is a catch. Why the hell does he have a dental kit? Why is it $100 and why is he trying to give it away? He also always texts me discount codes for places. Like on a random Tuesday night, he'll be like, "Do you want 50% off for Dunkin' Donuts?" I'm not that desperate for Dunkin' Donuts that I need it for 50% off. And I'm kind of offended, honestly. But I think that his worst crime against me was convincing me that my dad was going to kill me. And I believed him too, because I'm like the most impressionable person ever. But what really got me is when he like went onto my mom's phone at 3 a.m. and he texted from my mom's phone. He said, "Is Dad acting odd?" I think he might be. I have a boyfriend right now, which is really great. But I think getting into relationships is pretty hard for me. I think it's like getting into relationships is like riding a skateboard when you don't know how to ride a skateboard. Like you get on it, you're riding, maybe you could do a kickflip, you're doing great, and then boom, you fall. You fall, you scrape your knee, you put the skateboard back in the garage, you say, "Fuck you." But then next summer you come crawling back. You forgot about that pain, you're like, "Please, I'm sorry, let me ride you, please." And it's just an endless cycle, you can't get out of it. No, but my boyfriend is great. He just gets really upset at me because he thinks I spend money on things that I don't need. I don't understand though, because I personally could not imagine my life without my 3 Russian winter hats, or my 6 Stephen King books that are too hard for me to read, or my Nintendo 2DS XO, brand new. Also, I get discount codes for my brother, so like it's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. I recently got a pet fish because I thought taking care of it would help me with my depression. Turns out I gave a fish depression. I caught him trying to drown himself in the air a few days ago. Good news, I'm already on depression meds, so I just sprinkle in a little Xanax every morning with this food. It's great. But he's just kind of zooming around now. He's doing flips. But I'm a little afraid. I'm scared that if he doesn't end up killing himself, that he'll just devolve into one of those like cavefish with no eyes. But also, like, I named him Corky, so of course he's depressed. With a name like that, I would be too. But I feel bad because for Halloween, before I knew he was depressed, in my defense, I bought him a little tombstone for his tank. It says, "Gone belly up." So I went to the store. I was like, okay, I'll get something nice for him. The only thing I could find was a Grim Reaper. But my brother had a discount code for it, so I was like, okay, maybe my brother's not that bad after all. All right, thank you.
Tegan Blake, ladies and gentlemen. Tegan Blake. Here we go for your next comic, Olivia Ingo.
I'm sure you guys have all noticed the brace. I was in a twerking contest this past weekend. Let's just say my ass wasn't the only thing to pop and lock. How we feeling this evening? All right. I hope you guys can see, but I have a birthmark, okay? It goes down the right side of my body. It's a gene deficiency. Now you can all say you've met a mutant. But wait, there's more. It also changes colors based on temperature. If I'm hot, it's red. If I'm cold, it turns purple. If I'm on shrooms, it glows. Now you can all say you've met a superhero. No, but for real, it actually does change from red to purple based on temperature. It's red more often than not, but when you're birthed for the first time, you first come into the world, it's cold. You guys remember? I popped out of my mom's Teletubby looking like Tinky Winky. Because you know, when God created us, he drew us in pencil first. We all know this. Well, I think God got a little high when he drew me. And he was just messing around, right? Being silly. And realized he used purple Sharpie instead of pencil. He was inspired because he had just finished reading Harold and the Purple Crayon. My friend group consists of 1 white girl and 4 brown dudes. I'm the white girl. It's actually why I lost the twerking contest. But it's a really fun dynamic because they get to be racist towards me and I get to be... No, that's it. My best friend Favad once told me, "You're so white, they use your skin tone to make toilet paper." I chortled. And then said, "All right, but that joke has no depth." So he continues, a little too quickly, and says, "All right, your birthmark is the shit on the toilet paper." All I'm thinking is, I'm the shit. Chicago is a melting pot, all right? All of these beautiful, diverse ingredients. We just never put the ingredients in the pot together, geographically. So it's more like each neighborhood is its own bowl of soup. And what we like to do is, we like to take a whole bunch of crackers and just start crumbling them on top of each bowl just to really dole down the flavor. All right? Jambalaya, chili, curry, miso soup, crackers, 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 crackers. Clam chowder, that doesn't need any more. Just like I don't need to go on any more first dates. Guys, I'm getting worse and worse out here, okay? I went on a date. He walked me home. I invited him to come in to meet my goldfish. Yeah, I have 2 goldfish, Forge and Fire. And I introduced them to him and then proceeded to show him my giant rainbow parachute. Yeah, I love that thing. And he left pretty quickly. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, he doesn't like goldfish and rainbow parachutes. Or he's thinking, holy shit, I just went out with a 4th grader. I went on another date to a place that apparently served nice oysters. So I told my date, and I quote, I said, "I wish I liked oysters so I could have oysters and be like, good oysters." Who says that? Who says that? All right, so after the parachute incident and the oyster quote, I decided to audition for Love on the Spectrum. Thank you so much. I am Olivia Engel. Have a great night.
Olivia Engel, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We are over halfway done. Let's keep this energy going for your next comic, Zach Crawford.
All right, first off, I'm 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. Yeah, that's my impersonation of Chris Farley. All right. See my family out there somewhere? My dad's just like, "You better do this well or else." My mom's like, "Jake, calm down. He's just a boy." My brother's just like, "I'm here for the free beer." But anyway, I bet when you saw students were coming here to do comedy, you thought, boy, this shit is gonna suck. And you're right. I don't want to listen to some premature ejaculator tell me what's funny. That's right. I'm 25, and I only come early when I'm excited or watching The Price is Right. I don't know. Just something about guessing the right amount for a dishwasher gets me going. I get all bricked up inside, man. Whoo! But yeah, anyway, I'm from Colorado. That's right, the Rocky Mountains. Any people from Colorado here? Not y'all. I know you. Yeah. Woo! That's me. Yeah. Coors Light, fly fishing, roll fucking tide, baby. But seriously, from Colorado here is major whiplash. You guys are all kinds of fucked up here. Don't get me wrong. I think Chicago is a beautiful city, but there's just too much crime. Huge crime. Big league crime. Look at these hands when I say huge. Not big hands, small hands. Huge. A lot of people tell me that. A lot of people, Sleepy Joe. Yeah. So I go to DePaul like the rest of these children, but I've never seen so many email notifications about arson, assault, and burglary. Calm down here. There was one email I saw that a man pulled up in a red sedan and struck a student. No, it was about midnight off Adams and Wabash. Okay, he just got out and struck the kid. No money was stolen, no rape charge, just struck the kid. Talk about suppressed rage, that's awesome. Dude doesn't even want money, just boom! Levels the kid and drives off. I mean, you just know that man was bullied, all right? You just know that man had a tipsy dad that would just start throwing haymakers if you complained about your dinner. Dad, I thought we were having steak. You get oats, you little shit. Take a piece off your mom if you want steak. Come on, Dad, this is bullshit. Janine, get your ass in here. Prop that cheek up for your son. Also, another thing here, there's some pretty stupid laws here in Chi-Town. I'm working on this film for school, and I had to paint these two props yellow. So I went down to my local Home Depot. This guy in an orange apron pulled up on me. This guy knew his shit, no doubt about it. He was the real fucking deal. He leans in, he's just like, "What you looking for, sir?" "Looking for some spray paint." "Shit. Spray paint's outlawed in Chicago. Been for about 10 years. But guess what? I got the good shit. Stuff that lights your ass on fire. Stuff that make you move mountains." Move mountains? I mean, I'm from Colorado, so I said, "What do you got?" "I got that clean and pure shit. Comes in a can with unlimited potential and all the bristles you could want." "Really?" "Yeah, man. All you do is select your color and glass option and walk out of here with enough to complete your project." This motherfucker's talking about paint cans, okay? I thought I was going on a journey, it'd be like Lord of the Rings, I'd be Sam, not that Frodo shit, he's a pussy. And then, he was gonna be Gandalf the Black, and we ride off in the sunset fighting the darkness within. God, it's beautiful. But I did end up getting some spray paint, though. It was on the south side of Chicago, but who knew? Who knew? Yeah. But yeah, there are some stupid things here in Chi-Town. Biggest one, and I don't even drive, biggest one is parking, okay? You all have dealt with it. You get that $150 ticket, you're like, what the fuck, $150? Just for parking there for 5 minutes. That meter maid just sexually harasses your car with a ticket, just slaps it on there. But anyway, you could have the greatest day in the world, all right? You just had sex with your girlfriend last night. You had a good breakfast, got off work early, found a perfect parking space outside your place. And then you see a sign and it says, "No parking between the hours of 5 to 7 except with the pass LJ275. What it really means is between the hours of 5 to 7, before the art show and after the riots, after the marathon between 6 and 8:45, and the march at 4. And the march at 4, when the moon is in its proper orbit, all things are aligned with our existence, and Tiffany gets home from the bake sale on the 19th of March, and Rick decides to leave, then you can park, but only if you have a small vehicle like a Toyota Corolla or the permit LJ275 in the dead of winter with snowshoes and a hard-on. I don't even drive, and that shit fucking annoys me. Okay? I take the train, I avoid that shit, but guess what? I still get fucking parking tickets. You know, it's just like those coupons you get in the mail about some sort of sale going on at Zales or JCPenney or some shit. They just throw them out there. No wonder why the city is poor. Gosh damn. But, you know, anyway, I just got to tell myself, I just got to take a deep breath, close my eyes, relax. Just deep breaths. Realize it doesn't matter. Block out the shit. Think about the spray paint. I got the spray paint. I'm painting. It's going great. I can just get hard and watch The Price is Right. Anyway, I'm Zach Crawford. Thank you very much.
Zach Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for your next comment. Maximin Clement.
All right, guys. You guys enjoying the show? Yeah, me fucking neither. So my name's Maximin, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. I recently found out that I'm white, and I know what you guys are thinking. Oh wow, great, another white guy on stage. Well, luckily for you guys, I'm not NASCAR white or Jeffrey Epstein white. I just go to Costco a lot. Yeah, when I was young, my doctor didn't tell me I was white. He said I was Caucasian, which is super weird. And I realized that's not because my cock is smaller than an Asian's. It's actually because the same doctor did not let me practice cock evasion. Oh boy, gotta love the doctor. They said when you love something, you become addicted to it, right? You know, when you love someone, you become addicted to them. When you love a band, you become addicted to their music. So let me tell you what I love. Gambling. Guys, seriously, you're laughing? I mean, I know you can say I have a problem, but I promise you I don't. I just can't stop. Seriously, though, gambling makes everything more interesting. Oh, the Saints are playing the Niners? Who cares? Let's put the rent on who's going to score first, right? The stake makes everything so much better. So much better that I wish we could gamble on things in real life, right? Like if one of your friends gets like a relationship, we can put money on, you know, how long they're going to last. Will there be domestic abuse? If so, from who? Or maybe we can bet on like family members, like when's Gramps finally gonna kick the bucket, or when will my dad stop putting his hands on me, or where was my uncle on January 6th? Things like that, you know. I had a friend who was so into the books they sent him to Gamblers Anonymous. Yeah, they put him in a place called Fun Jail. Anyone ever heard of Fun Jail? Yeah, it's a place they send you if you had too much fun. He called it rehab, but I don't choose to see it that way. My name's Maximin, by the way, as you heard Kevin say. Maximin. Yeah, I bet I'm the first person you met with that name. If you're wondering where the name came from, my dad's French and my mom is a Zelda character. I do love my name, though. But let's be real. Enough with the shit I love. Let me tell you some shit I hate. I hate people who blame their behavior on their conditions, right? I mean, we all have that one friend who will cuss you out for no reason and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was anxious. Anxious? That's why you told me I look like Kyle Rittenhouse? Because you were anxious? Or I had a friend who was like, oh, Max, you know I'm bipolar. Bipolar? You melted my pet frog with a blowtorch. I don't care if you're bipolar. You're a monster. And the reason I hate it so much is because I feel like it doesn't work in the real world. Like, imagine if after losing the Super Bowl, like, they went to Brock Purdy, why'd you lose? You played like shit. Oh, you know, I was anxious. I'm sorry. Or what if a reporter asked Joe Biden, hey, Joe, why'd you drone strike an entire village and he blamed it on being a Scorpio? Speaking of astrology, you know, you gotta love astrology. I'm a Libra, for those who don't care. And the fact that I just acknowledge that means I'm also half gay. And I think that's why I'm so bad at gambling, because we Libras are so fucking indecisive. I mean, like, fellas, I see a lot of you in the audience with your girlfriend. You know, like when you're trying to go out to eat, she can't decide what wants to eat. Yeah, like, it goes so far beyond that. I'm, like, commitment issues level indecisive. That's actually why my last relationship ended. My girlfriend made me choose between quitting her or quitting drinking, so I went to the third option, which was lying. Saddest bottle of Jack Daniels I've ever had. And it's not cute, though, being indecisive. It's not. I mean, you can say, oh, it's whatever, but it's not cute. I was in the loop, and this is a true story. I was in the loop with my best friend of 9 years, And an armed man came up to me and said, "Who wants to die tonight?" I said, "I don't know, but I got 4-1 odds. It's him. Please take his life." And I know I'm not the only man in this room who have issues making decisions. I see a lot through you guys, right? For example, my cousin couldn't decide if he wanted to do it by drinking bleach or by hanging himself. And unfortunately, he was hit by a drunk driver weeks later. And I was hit with a DUI. Thank you guys very much. My name is Maximus.
Maximus Clement, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 comics left. Keep the energy going for Sarah Lil.
So growing up, I was terrified of 3 things: mayonnaise, ranch, and lotion. You can probably see where this is going. Yeah, they all look like cum. That's what I'm trying to say. My sister knew how to torment me growing up. She knew how to torment me. She would take she would take lotion and put it on the doorknob to my room so I'd get it all over my hand. But I knew how to get her back. So she had a mole on her face that she was really insecure about. So whenever she pissed me off, I'd just go up to her and say, like, "Laura, it's growing. You need to see a doctor about that or something." Yeah, but I'm a firm believer that you didn't have a healthy relationship with your sibling if you weren't scared for your life at least once. You know, there's 2 types of siblings. There's the one running away from the other one, and then there's the one with the knife. I was the one running away, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe she kind of is I think she scared the straight out of me so bad, and might be the reason why I'm a lesbian or something. But speaking of lesbians, I think lesbian sex is a lot like a McDonald's Happy Meal. It comes fast. It's not like your typical McDonald's side salad where the lettuce is like limp and dry. If you want, you can get a Shamrock Shake Your Titties on the side. And it comes with a free toy with every purchase. I also believe that having a lesbian daughter is a lot like getting an extra chicken McNugget when you're trying to lose weight. Like, you didn't ask for it. You don't need it, but you'll take it. You know, it could be worse. It could be worse. You know, I was the kid my dad asked to assemble and carry the IKEA furniture. I was the kid that played varsity basketball and softball, so I was the kid that my dad asked to throw the ball with. And I had an older brother, but, you know, I was daddy's perfect little boy. I don't know about you, but I'm loving it. You know what I don't love, though, is having big boobs. Take a good look now, get it over with. I'm talking to the boys, though. The girls, you can keep looking. Okay. Yeah, having big boobs is a lot like having a penis. It gets hard. You know, I have to put my boobs on the table in order to get comfortable. Everyone always says to me, like, "Yo, you should be happy you have big boobs. It's a good thing. Men love it." Well, I'm a lesbian bitch, and when women see my boobs for the first time, they usually just whisper in my ear, like, "I'm so sorry." When I was in 8th grade, I had to run the mile, and there was this bitch named Melissa. And Melissa was an 8th grade bitch. She was my Regina George, but with like a more punchable face. And she goes up to me and she says, "Hey, Sarah, can I give you some advice?" And so I turn around and I say, "No, Michelle, I don't need your fucking advice." And she says, "First of all, my name's Melissa, bitch. And second of all, I think you should invest in a sports bra." I was wearing a sports bra. You know, bra shopping with big boobs sucks. Traumatic. All my memories are me sitting on my ass in a Kohl's changing room while my mom's handing me bras over the stall, under the stall, to the left, to the right, and I'm just drowning in bras, you know, because once you step up that ladder, whew, it gets hard. Once you hit double G, that's doomsday. Triple D, that's double doomsday. E, everything's ugly. And F is just fucking shoot me. You know, F, once you get to F, bras start looking like area rugs. I'm not quite there yet. But my bra, I'd say, is like Sharknado. It's big. It's really big. Yeah, well, I would also like to say that Jalea is currently eating her gusher, the gushers that she just pulled out of her boobs from her skit. And she choked on one. She literally choked. I had to save her, but that's my time. Thank you very much. I'm gonna shamrock shake my titties out of here.
Sarah Lil, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Lil, 2 comics left. Put your hands together for Sajal Dotlery.
Hey! Anyone celebrate like Ramadan in here? Yeah. Woo! Let's get these guys a pork chop, guys. That's on me. I'm not Muslim or anything, but I do like to do Ramadan out of like solidarity. But I cheat a little bit. I eat pork and drink alcohol. I don't do it at all, actually. I was trying to think of the worst thing that a Muslim person can have during Ramadan. It's a Jell-O shot. If you had a Jell-O shot right now, I think you would instantly explode. You would be smited down. I've been trying really hard to get into cigarettes. It's a lot harder than you think because they were invented in like the 1500s and everything back then sucked ass. Like, and you just like died everything. Like back then in the 1500s, if you had like a bad poop, you just die. Even if a guy next to you pooped kind of bad, you die too. Like I was asking my grandpa, like, hey grandpa, what happened to your grandpa? Why is he not around anymore? I was a fucking little kid, I didn't know, but he was like, yeah, you know, he had a middle of the road poop and died. He died a very painful death. You guys see the news? White Claw has a new 0% alcohol. Woo! Can we get a cheer for that, guys? Yeah. That's a good idea, right? Let's take out the one thing that people drink White Claws for. No one's going home and saying, you know, this charcuterie board would go great with the mango White Claw. Like White Claw's been ravaging this country's Caucasians for the past 5 years. And it's like they want to turn over a new leaf. They're just being silly, huh? I was born a twin. My twin sister's right there. Still alive. I was a fraternal twin. We're not like identical. And what happens is there's like 2 little eggs that get in, and then there's sperm that gets in there that fucks the little egg's ass or something. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a dirty young boy. I saw an old lady fall the other day. I don't know why you guys laughed or anything, but it was kind of funny though. I was like, I was looking. I totally could have caught her, but I was watching like. It's really fun to watch and stuff. You never really get to see it. But there's 2 types of people when like an old lady falls down. There's the guy that goes and helps and stuff. And I was with my friend Matt. There was a sidewalk right here. Old lady fell right here. This guy actually saw the lady fall, pretended to not see it, and just walked this way. Just left the situation. But I went and helped old Gertrude out and stuff, and I got her like, I got her a Band-Aid and stuff. She gave me her Snapchat, which is weird. But if you guys want Gertrude's Snapchat after this show, you can have it. I really want it, so. sex, you know that thing? Sex. And then you're doing the mouth thing, and then you're like, you know, because there's two different things you can do with the mouth. You can mouth a lady off, or you mouth like a guy off with your mouth. You could do like for a guy, it's like, you eat a lady's, the thing. But, for a guy, it's like different, right? There's a big difference between the two. Like, no one ever really talks about it. Like, for a guy, doing it, it's kind of relaxing. Like, you have a fun time. It's artistic. It's nice. For the lady, you're sucking a big giant cock. That one is way harder. No one ever talks about it. Like, vaginas are like the miracle of life. You know what I mean? Like, you can pop a baby out, and then that's fun. But for a guy, he's got two things. He can either piss or come. We've got two moves, and they're both sticky. Well, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
Sujal Dutlery, ladies and gentlemen. This is possibly the horniest class I've ever had. One comic left. Please put your hands together for Omin Masonry.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi. So I'm starting to realize I'm too much of a piece of shit to be in a relationship. Because, like, the other day I caught my ex watching porn, and the guy had, like, a baseball bat for a penis and a six-pack, and I'm sitting here with a chode and a tummy. And so I got jealous, and I felt threatened, so I cheated on her just in case. She would complain that I drank too much. So whenever I wanted to drink, I would start a problem with her. I would start a fight by, like, I would be like, hey, your friend looked really good last night. The one that she's insecure about, the one that she's really threatened by. And I would act oblivious. I would be like, what do you mean? I was just saying she looked good. She's like, why would you say that? Argument ensues. And then I go, you know what? I can't handle this. I need a drink. Blame it on her. Find the hack to be an alcoholic. Put it on her, fellas. And, yeah. So that kind of worked out for me for a little bit. But I am a piece of shit in a relationship. I realize I'm like a homeless person when it comes to a relationship. I'm like, I'm a piece of shit and I still feel entitled to the perfect partner. I'm like a homeless person that gets mad when you give them food instead of $2 million. I'm like, what the hell is this? And yeah, her friends are like, ew, he smells, stay away from him. She doesn't have sex with me. Then I just end up masturbating on the train. Very homeless when it comes to a relationship. Yeah. You guys like that? You ready? I'm about to step it up. I'm about to make it even worse. Let's switch up gears, baby. All right. All right. So my mom was a heroin addict growing up. There's a punchline. So my mom was a heroin addict growing up, so people always get the wrong idea when I tell them I grew up with a silver spoon. I am a man, and as a man, there comes a lot of perks. And personally, my favorite perk is Oxycontin. So if you're going to go somewhere where nobody wins or loses, go to Thailand. Get it? Thai? Okay. A lot of people, they'll be like, a lot of like racist people will be like, brown people fuck goats. And it's weird because if you look at my parents, it's obvious that my dad's fucking a cow. Yes. I was recently told to exhibit model behavior. So I started doing cocaine, became anorexic, and gold digging. Because that's model behavior where I'm from. But growing up, my dad, he always had really strong handshakes from alcohol withdrawals. In a lot of China, they speak Mandarin. And in the rest of China, they might speak tangerine. All right. In high school, I was on the student body. And then last week, I was on a high school student's body. I'm just kidding. I'm not a pedophile. You know who is a pedophile, though? The person that invented child's pose. That decided like that position should be called child's pose. It's more stretched out version of doggy style, and someone went, yes, that's how children pose around me. It's not me. Talk to that guy. But, I am trying to find love. But then I met this girl. She was really out of my league. Yeah, little league. Shit. Jesus bled a lot on the crucifix. He was the original member of the Red Cross. All right. Well, that's my time. Guys, my name is. Thank you.